got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back, you laughing. Now I hit the scene, they like lights, camera, action. Living in a dream, now my music, they be blasting. Step out, I'm a star, always in the latest fashion. Had to set the bar, try to catch me lacking. Bank account for my son, he won't have to struggle. You can see it in my eyes, all I do is hustle. They tried to knock me off my feet, I'm ready to rumble. Feel like I ain't ate in weeks, working off the muscle. Oh yeah, oh my, we ride for my brothers, no lie. All you can die, never wrong, they right. I ain't changing my side, yeah, we in it for life. I've been magic with the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon'.
We're at the home of the Super Bowl 52 champions, Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. The scene in South Philly a few moments ago. Boy, the city of brotherly love is fired up. They're saying, "Fly, Eagles, fly," as they get ready to match up with the Baltimore Ravens. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
In your face.
They will run for the first time with Miles Sanders. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Waiting!
We go. Double tight.
Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 18. Limited running room as he'll get about 3 to the 21.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Wentz to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run. This is Gus Edwards. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Not a big run on the first play of the drive, but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad play. Sometimes you're just trying to settle in, get your guys a little bit of contact, and get things moving.
Jackson, options out left. And no pitch there and no chance either as he's brought down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
The bottom line, tremendous starting field position really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on. And I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one across the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Throwing on first is Wentz. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. Throw out right, hauled in by Arcega-Whiteside. The second down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage. On 4th down, out is the punter Cameron Johnston to boot it away. Cyrus Jones back to return for the Ravens. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Ready. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go.
Jackson now down around his goal line. He's got his man. It's Andrews. And he spins past him and into space. And they work this out past the 25. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
How about that little piece of athleticism? Not only the catch, how about the move?
That's not a 3rd down back out there either. That's a tight end making that move.
Here we go. Let's go, B. Big series right here. We got to step it up. Go. Check three.
They run for the first time with Justice Hill. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Design run for their wideout. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. From the gun, Jackson. He'll have a 1st down past the 40. And that is incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. On is the punter, Cook, who sends it away. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Wentz on the give to Sanders. Space to maneuver at the 40. And he'll finally be taken down just shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Wentz now to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Jeffrey with a catch left side. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And he connects with Ertz. Past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. For an offense that has not found the end zone yet, that's a big play.
There's the spark right there. The big play that they needed. Now they've got to go ahead and finish this drive and put this ball in the end zone.
They'll run with Sanders. And he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
At the 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
2nd and 1. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. And that is going to set up 3rd and goal.
Here we go. Pac-Man. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready.
Working from the gun, Wentz. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half, 10-0 our score. Fine work by the Baltimore defense to help bring up 4th down. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
They had it 1st and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw it. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Keep it up, defense. Keep it up, guys. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Over the middle, complete. It's Andrews. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the 1st.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players. Somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You get better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven 1st.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. In this defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
Mike 51. Push him back.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jackson towards the end zone for Brown. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 57 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down. And it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before.
And that's caught inside the 30. A big play there just before halftime. 51 yards. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Play fake to Sanders. Now here's Wentz. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Play action. Now Wentz. There goes a deep ball. End zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And he will be brought down as time has now run out on this first half of action. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the second half. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. He's at the 30, 10, and all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 79 yards, and the Ravens will extend their lead. Always important to get the first score of the second half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
Here we go. 280! Go! Go!
They'll wind up with 3 yards out of that, and it's second down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 280! Hey, tighten down.
Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. From the gun, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. Subsequent gains of 3, 4, and now 5 yards. Good enough for the first down. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now a play fake. Wentz. That his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
I'm coming after you.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Brandon Graham applying the heat off the edge. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DM.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well. And that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that
into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Malcolm Jenkins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter defensively. They did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 11.
40's Mike.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. Deshaun Jackson off to the races. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 89 yards. And the Eagles get a score closer. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
That's fielded in the end zone.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
The drive starts with a carry by Edwards. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. Now a run with Edwards. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
Now after the fumble recovery, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, 29 yards. And the Eagles take advantage of good field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Elliott on for the extra point. He's got it, and it's 24-17. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll run with Edwards here to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to let it go deep right sideline. He was looking for his tight end, Mark Andrews, there. And it's 3rd down.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Ravens on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Jackson. That'll be taken in there by Miles Boykin. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. It's complete to Brown, right side. Give him maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9.
Let's go, let's go. And we got 53. Touchdown, defense.
Jackson from the shotgun. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And a return will stop right around the 25.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again. Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. On play action, Wentz. He'll buy some time right, and he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
It's brought in by Jeffrey. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. Wentz going to try and throw on 3rd. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Really good, smart play by the defense, understanding 3rd and short, guarding the first down sticks, and being able to make a play on the football and bat it down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Cut. He's checking. 2 Jen. Crash.
Going for it with Sanders. He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, and now it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. To throw is Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. They find some open field here. 25 yards that time.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
Wentz now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Shotgun now for Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the 12-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Right side caught by Jackson. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1. Jeffrey's got it. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 6-yard line.
A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. They'll run with Sanders, and he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Second and goal at the Ravens' 1-yard line.
2nd and goal from the 1.
What's the run? They're running it.
They'll try to run with Sanders. And he'll actually lose a little bit of yardage here. Back to the 2. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game.
That's what I talk about. Nice hit, boy.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's into the clear. And he'll bring it all the way back, just a yard or 2 shy of midfield. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Jackson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter. Turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful.
He's got a man, complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Give him 30 yards there. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
81. Right there. 40's Mike. Got one. Check.
Hey, Seam 6.
Wentz to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And Rodgers has it over on the right side. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. Wentz to throw for it on 4th. And this is Ertz with it, right side. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. They got exactly what they wanted there. Out route, catch, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
And I have to criticize defense here because you know the situation. You want to keep them inbounds and have the clock run. So I'm sitting on the outside portion of the field and not letting them throw an out route. Throw anything inside and I'll make the tackle. An out route? That's not the way you're supposed to play it.
Now a desperation throw deep. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside with time running out. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott now to add the extra point. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter.
That ties the game.
Nothing separating these two sides. 24 all our score as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
On the ready. 53, check 53. Watch the block, watch the block. Watch the block, watch the block, watch the block.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game. From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Wide open receiver, complete. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
First down, Baltimore.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
53. Let's go, defense.
From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. And now with 4 seconds left, we get a timeout call. So it's up now to one of the most accurate kickers in NFL history, Justin Tucker. This from Tom Dempsey range here. And that is no good. And a costly one there as this game remains tied here in the fourth. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 23.
That's a baby shot.
357.
Mike's 40. Mike's 40. Come to my world. We won't.
Hey, echo.
40's Mike. 40's
82, 82.
40's Mike.
Wentz now to throw. Looking deep for his tight end Ertz. And that time almost intercepted. That would have changed things here in overtime, but instead 2nd down.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist, twist.
Ramp.
Begin.
Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Third and 8 situation. A tough spot here in overtime on the opening drive. Working from the gun. Wentz. Got his man. It's Arcega-Whiteside. And they're able to get this one across the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz got his man complete over the middle. That's Jackson. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 43. On first down, it's Sanders. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing on 2nd down. Wentz. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Willie Henry muscled his way in for the sack. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Watch the shift.
Now Wentz. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Brandon Carr. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 20.
Let's go, team.
They'll run on first down. Edwards. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
You got nothing.
Now what can Jackson do here in overtime? And he will find his man on the outside. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Throw left side complete. That's Ingram. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. It's a gain of 7, and that'll make this a second down. A little dinking and dunking that they're doing. At some point, is it appropriate to maybe take a shot?
It is if you feel good about it. But otherwise, you do what a coach told me a long time ago. Take what they give you, but make them tackle. In other words, get it to one of your guys in space. If he makes someone miss, that could turn into the big play you're looking for.
Throwing again on second down. Jackson. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 22 yards there, a first down. And you definitely could make the case we might not even be in overtime had he not thrown 3 interceptions in regulation. But looking better here so far in OT.
Yeah, and when you think about what a coach is thinking at that point, because normally you've thrown 3 picks during the game, you might craft your play calling to be a little more careful. Not in this case. The green light is still on for him.
It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Jackson. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Enough takes to start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
No, now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53. Hey, check. Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. They'll roll him out right. And avoids the contact by sliding. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down.
That's the end of another overtime with the score still tied.
And the Eagles are going to go ahead and take another timeout. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT.
Justin Tucker on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
And that changes everything here in OT. So it's his 2nd missed field goal here. That wouldn't have ended the game, but it would have given him a leg up in OT.
And that's got to invigorate this defense. They did their part. Now it's time for their offense to put together a drive and seal the deal.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 42. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marching in for the sack, Matthew Judon.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing his Wentz. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Defensively, that's Earl Thomas, the all-pro safety, knocking it free.
You got to remember, because now that we're in overtime, mistakes get magnified. So you got to walk that line between being aggressive and being careful, because that was a dangerous throw right there. You obviously could not have an interception in this spot.
It nearly was an interception. He's lucky to get that one back. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. The Eagles on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 15. From the gun, it's Wentz. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Well, just a minute ago, you said mistakes get magnified, especially here in overtime, and that turnover there could cost them the ball game.
And not many teams commit turnovers in overtime and come back and win. It almost never happens.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Got a man, it's Brown. And he'll take this from one 47-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. This guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
On 2nd down, Hill. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Check. Mike, 53, Mike.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Brandon Graham picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
12 yards on the return that time. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Wentz going to throw. He's got a 1st down past the 30. And all the way up to the 31-yard line. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Charles, you get into these overtime situations, that's not a bad guy to dial into.
Well, when you have to have plays, especially in a spot as you just described, we're in OT, you've got to go to the guys you can trust and you know are going to make the plays. Well, they say it's not the X's and the O's, it's the Jimmies and the Joes.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. He was trying to find Deshaun Jackson that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Go. 280!
Let's go. All day, dog.
Running right, here's Sanders. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. The tally there, minus 2 yards, brings up 3rd down.
Here we go. 180!
Tackles. Hey, watch it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Less than 2 minutes to go in this overtime. It's sudden death now, but we are still all tied. Here's Cameron Johnston now. And in double overtime, this needs to be a good one. Jones on the return. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Ravens, they'll take over.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 26.
Let's go, let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. He don't run no better.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a first down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. To throw again, Jackson. Dancing to his left. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Maybe worse than the loss of yardage, they also lose the down. So now it's 3rd and long.
51 to Mike, boy, 51. I hope you brought your lips, and I'm about to take you to school. Mike 51, Mike 51. Here we go, set. Here we go.
From the gun, Jackson. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Sam Cook now, on for a very important punt here in overtime. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Taking it about the 36. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. From midfield, here's Wentz. Jackson's got it over the middle. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
First and 10 at the 39.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. To throw, it's Wentz. This short throw caught by Goddard. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. And with just 2 seconds remaining, the timeout is called here in OT. Right now, everything resting on the right foot of Jake Elliott. This to win it in overtime. And he got it! The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Eagles are going to win the football game. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about, a long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Eagles are winners here as we say so long from Philadelphia.
many of y'all came to win?
Oh, they asking my name, huh?
You ready?
STRO, I ain't come to play with you.
Yeah.
Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up.
Yeah.
I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support ride. Lifting up, never not on my grind. New York City time, another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never tired.